Hey guys, Michael here. Today I'm with the Motorola Krave ZN4 and I'm going to be giving you a software tour of it. Today's February 14th, Saturday. Yesterday was Friday the 13th, February. Two things I have to say about that. Yesterday I was particularly sick. Flu-like symptoms, cold-like symptoms, chest congestion, the whole 9 yards. So that's why my voice is still a little bit kind of odd today. And during the video, if I have to clear my throat, I do apologize for that. You're just going to have to bear with me, but I did need to get this video produced today. And just my second note, February is 28 days this month, or this time, so that means Friday the 13th will have part 2 in March, so we can look forward to that. So anyway, to the software tour. On the front of the Motorola Krave with the flip lid down, you have Music, VCast TV, My Picks, and Verizon Navigator. VCast TV, there's a special video singularly for that that I produced if you go to youtube.com/therevived1. Let's say I wanted to check out my picks. You can just scroll through the pictures. These are just ones that are already in on the device. And again, you could take pictures with the camera that's on here. Now if you open up the lid, you have a different 4 icons. You have messages, dial pad, menu, and contacts. So if I go to contacts, and you can hear that feedback, you have your contact list. Now, you also have your messages, voicemail, visual voicemail, mobile IM, email, chat, as well as your SMS texts. Dial pad, because you need to call, so say I was calling 1-800, I don't know, whatever, and then I would just press the call button. Then menu. Now you can activate the menu by pressing the menu icon, or by pressing anywhere on the screen. It'll launch the menu. So from there, going across, you have visual voicemail, Bluetooth calls, music, media center settings, tools, browser, VCast TV, Verizon Navigator, VCast videos, and email. I guess I'll show you the browser here. We'll open up the browser. The browser is kind of an interesting thing, the way they implemented it. This phone does not support multi-touch, whereas I'm aware. So for you to navigate around the page, you actually have a mouse type thing, if you want to call it that. So let's say I wanted to type in an address here, say YouTube. Hold on. And there's a dedicated .com key, but I did not press it. There we go. Now again, there is full haptic feedback on here, and as you saw, the screen just reoriented itself. There's a tactile feedback you get, but it's kind of frustrating. There's not really a point to it, in my opinion. I would have been just as happy without it, because you would think, oh, it'll make typing better, but it really doesn't make typing any better. So let's try to scroll down this page. It's not a fancy browser. It's not like Skyfire or the default Nokia browsers, or even the coming Fennec browser for Windows Mobile and Symbian operating systems. It's just a pretty standard operating system, to be frank. So let's go to a different website. Having some difficulties there. Now, text input is particularly kind of hard. As you can see, it's kind of weird the way I have to orient my hands because of that flip lid. So, text input is not the easiest on this device. Hold on, I just forgot to type in the rest of my URL. We're going to go to my blog at michaelsherlock.com. While I type that in, remember you can also follow me on Twitter for exclusive content at twitter.com/blue42richman. My website gets periodic updates with just things that I write. Usually smaller things instead of just some blogs where they'll just write a little paragraph and a link. I usually reserve that for Twitter. So posts that I write, I usually then put up onto the blog. at michaelsherlock.com. We'll just give that a second to load. If I go to menu here, you have some different things, and if I go to more, you can restart the browser, or preferences, different things of that nature. You have your back, your home, your favorites, and your reload button there as well. And there's just a post I wrote about cutting the cable, so if you want to check that out about alternatives to cable TV, you can sure as heck do that at YouTube, at michaelsherlock.com. Now there's a link right here to Antenna Web, but if I press it, it doesn't work. How do I actually get it? Well, like I said, they've actually implemented sort of a mouse-like thing, so you can rotate this mouse, but to actually click the link, you have to drag it there, and then press the button inside. And in this case it doesn't load, but that's how you would do it. That's how they did the web browser. It's kind of weird. I would have preferred if you could just tap on it, but I guess without multi-touch it doesn't work as well. But I just think it's an interesting way they implemented it, but I don't like it that way, I guess you could say. So let's go back to the menu. So you have your settings, your browser. A lot of this is just stuff that you'd be familiar with from Verizon phones, but in tools you have, sorry about that, you have calendar, alarm clock, calculator, tip calculator, voice commands, because there are full voice commands on this device, which is always a nice thing, even though in practice I really don't use voice commands that often. If I open up the settings here, you have sound, display, phone, call, messaging, security, memory. Let's go to display. So you can change the backlight times, the brightness, set to auto here, but you could set it to manual. So there's just the quick software tour of the Motorola Krave ZN4. It's a Verizon wireless phone that has some interesting features, including this touch lid here that is touchscreen as well as the actual touchscreen below it, as you can see. So there it is. For exclusive content, again, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/blue42richman, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/therevivedone. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. See you later.